For bearing with us just whilst we're getting things sorted. The weather's not been the best down here, but we're in action now and we're ready to go. Are you okay, Charlotte?
Oh, I am so excited for this. Just to see it go around is going to be so exciting. The atmosphere here is brilliant.
We've got a good crowd down here. Look at this, all the way back. There's a good crowd down here.
Really good crowd.
This is it. Oh, I am really cold. My excitement is building down here at Hyperia. There's a lot of people about. Let's have a little stroll down here. It might not be the most stable. I am just on my phone just here, not on a gimbal or anything, but of course we've got all these up here ready to go. And we're down here now at Thorpe Park, ready for the first test of Hyperia, the UK's tallest and fastest roller coaster. Samurai looking good over there, testing as well. And we've got a lot of management all around here now, all at the side. Everyone's here waiting for this. Whoa, I am cold. A little bit shaking. Now, we don't often do a live stream from in a theme park, but we're down here and we're ready. Everyone's up there on the balcony. Everyone's down here. Good crowds, good crowds. Join us live at Thorpe Park for this historic day. Of course, we'll have a better quality video coming up later on, but I just thought let's go live for this momentous occasion. There's a lot of people around. I'd say there's about 100 people, maybe more than that around. Oh, it's so cold. Almost 2,000 will be joining us live from Thorpe Park. Like I say, it might be a little bit shaky this. I am just filming it on my phone. I just wanted to bring you the updates first, and then of course we'll get some better shots. Hopefully there's going to be a few test runs today. It certainly seems likely that this is going to be cycled a few times for us to see today. There's a good crowd all the way down here. Lots of Thorpe Park staff around. There's a lot of media around as well. Wind speeds are pretty low now. It was very windy earlier, but it's not too bad now. There's a lot of activity around just over here now. Everyone's just waiting for this moment. The hype is real for Hyperia. Let's have a little stroll down here. There is a good crowd in tonight now. Look at this, good crowd, good crowd. It shows how many staff are around. Look at this. Look at these crowds. You okay there, Charlotte?
Oh, I can't wait.
Almost 3,000 people joining us from Thorpe Park. Here we go. I'd say there's a good couple of hundred down here waiting for this moment. Fingers crossed. There's the train in the station ready to go. We've got pretty good signal for the stream, so hopefully we're going to be okay to keep this going and of course get a cycle going round, and then we'll get some more shots. Hopefully we're going to see this go round a few times so that we can get some different angles and see it all. Looks like they're cable tying the gate here just to make sure that that stays nice and secure. Or they're letting him in just there, I'm not too sure. There's a lot of buzz, there's a lot of excitement today, as expected for such a huge ride. For 30 years, the big one at Blackpool Pleasure Beach kept the record, and this is it. I thought they were letting us all in then. That was the excitement. Are they letting us all in?
Oh, they're getting cables.
Making sure that's nice and secure. There's a lot of action. A lot of action taking place. Comment down below where you're watching this from. Are you coming to Thorpe Park this year? I'll keep and try it as stable as I can do. It's a little bit shaky. Like I say, my hands are freezing. It's really cold. Like, my hands are so cold. How are you feeling, Charlotte?
I'm nervous, but I'm so excited as well, just to finally see it going round, to see the train and the atmosphere. I can't believe how many people are here.
There's a lot of people down here, a lot of people. Yeah, there's film crews all set up. That's it. People watching over in the States. A lot of people watching the States. I suppose, yeah, you're just waking up. Good morning, America. Yeah, everyone's just waking up. I'm looking forward to seeing this beast test. 236 foot tall. The tallest ever Mack Rides coaster. I mean, look at this. Everyone's on the balcony up there. There's a real excitement. There's a real buzz. Almost 4,000 of you watching now. Ready for this first test live from Thorpe Park. Obviously you can see some staff up there in the operator's cabin as well. There's a lot of people around. A lot of people. And we're just waiting now. Of course, Mack Rides are here doing their thing. Oh. I was getting excited then.
That was just like
was that a radio?
I think it might have been a security radio.
I think it was a radio. And now we wait. So my plan is, when it starts testing, just to so you all know, obviously going to try and get it kind of coming out the station onto the bank in there, and the lift hill just over here. So I'm going to try and walk off to the left and get some angles of it as it's going up the lift hill. That is the plan.
I'm going to capture any photos that I can of it going round. Not in the sunshine behind it as well.
We've had all sorts of weather, haven't we, today?
We had big hailstones, we've had rain, then it was really sunny. We've had a mix of everything.
It has been a mix, but the sun's out now. This is the perfect time. But obviously these things, you know, these things take time, don't they? It's not about rushing, it takes its time. A lot of engineering coming down here now. And we've been here all morning, of course, waiting for this moment. Comment down below where you're watching from. Of course, don't forget, give the video a big thumbs up. Fingers crossed in this stream we're going to see it. And hopefully I've got enough phone battery. Fingers crossed. So it sounds like there's going to be a horn, like a siren, that they're going to do before this first test takes place, and that's just to make sure there's nobody in the ride area and it's safe and it's clear to send the first test train here on Hyperia, this new record-breaking coaster for the UK. I tell you what, it's got a noisy lift hill, hasn't it, Colossus? Keep coming in where you're watching from. Are you visiting this year? We'd love to know. And like I say, it might be a little bit unstable, this stream. Like I say, I'm just filming it on my phone, but we will be getting lots more shots, lots more angles of the ride testing. Watching from Japan tonight. Hello out there to Japan. The funniest thing about this is, like, we're all standing here watching it, and then you've got people who are just enjoying the day at the park. Like, what's going on? Why is everybody standing around? Got some good crowds. Let me give you a bit of a spin round. Big crowds, big crowds. And we're just waiting in anticipation. I can't wait to see how fast it goes with these different elements on its first test. And of course, you always got to bear that in mind, you know, with the first test. These rides take a bit of time, don't they, just to warm up, you know, get used to it. Over 4,000 of you joining us. Hopefully we're going to get some action very, very soon. There's a lot of staff around now. A lot of staff. Some activity up in the station now. Oh, the restraints are being checked. Here we go. Restraints are being checked in the station. This is a good sign. Of course, there's test dummies. They're all water loaded in there. This morning we did have a little walk down Monk's Walk. Mack rides were there themselves, and they were making sure that all the dummies were strapped in. I mean, it's a big deal not just for Thorpe Park and the UK theme park industry, but also for Mack Rides as well. Their tallest ever coaster, 236 feet. Restraints have been checked. We could be moments away from a piece of theme park history here in the UK. Years in the making, Project Exodus. We're about to see this baby fly for the first time.
So exciting.
It is exciting, it's just that waiting game now. Come on. They did actually test the little klaxon, the little horn, about 30 minutes ago, just whilst I was getting the stream sorted out. And they have just checked the restraints. Lots of staff around now, all on the balcony, all down the side here in the park. Looks like we've got another check of the restraints going on now up there in the station. Ooh, the excitement really building now. You can just feel that excitement here at Thorpe Park today. We've been through all the weather, we've been through hail, rain, winds, but the weather this afternoon is looking pretty good for this. Come on. I like that comment there. Big gold track made by Roland Mack. And whilst we're waiting, of course, good opportunity to tell you about everything that we've got coming up. We've got lots of trips coming up here on Theme Park Worldwide, lots of content that we're going to be filming for you all, so stay tuned for that. We've got Voltron, another Mack coaster opening at Europa Park. We're there next week for that. And we've got our USA trip coming up next month, where we're going to be riding on Top Thrill 2 at Cedar Point for the first time. And then a huge Asia trip in June. So lots to stay tuned for here on the channel. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. And it's just a waiting game now. Nearly 5,000 of you joining us for this historic moment. So I've seen a few comments saying, you know, has it already run round this morning? No, this will be the first test for Hyperia. And it's quite a nice afternoon for it. This is always the fun part, isn't it, with the test, just waiting around and just seeing when it's going to happen, because we don't know. We have no timings or anything like that. It's more kind of, oh, is it going to happen? Is it not going to happen? But then everything today is certainly leaning towards that. This past hour, the amount of staff that have arrived down here, Mack Rides, the rocks are full just over here. Happy birthday, Stephen. Have a great day. What a day for your birthday. Hyperia's hopefully first test. Comment down below. Let us know where you're watching from. We are live at Thorpe Park for the first ever test run of the UK's tallest and fastest roller coaster, Hyperia. And we don't often do a live stream in a park, only on a very, very special occasion. It is literally perfect weather for this now. Literally people watching from all over the world. We've got people watching in Germany, Australia, America, all fascinated about this ride. I'd say there's around 200, maybe 250 people around here now. Could be more than that. A lot of activity up in the station at the moment. And that's the thing, there's so much just to check before this sends for the first time. couple of other things to note. There's still only one train that's actually on site at the moment. The other train isn't in the maintenance shed yet. You can see the maintenance shed just off to the right hand side there. Of course, station building straight ahead. And we don't have any times, it could start at any point, but there is a lot of movement up in the station. A lot of movement. Restraints have been checked about 5 minutes ago. There's a bit of pointing going on from up there at the top. Let's go and have another look a little bit closer down here.
You can do it now.
We're ready for this beast. Yeah, so many people all the way around. How you doing? You all right? Big day, big day. Hopefully. Oh, look at these crowds now. Look at these crowds.
Oh, can't wait.
The path is busy now.
I can imagine.
Yeah, apologise, a bit shaky. My hands are really cold.
It is cold.
And we're all gathered here, much anticipation. I'm just hoping that I'm going to have enough phone battery. If not, there might be a short delay whilst we swap onto Charlotte's phone. Beautiful afternoon for this now. "17 minutes into the live stream, no action yet. But it seems like we're getting closer and closer. There's a lot of people here now. Upwards of 300, I'd say. There's definitely some discussions going on up in the station at the moment. I mean, look at that first drop. It looks phenomenal. And like I said, these things, it can take time, you know. These sort of things can be changed at last minute. As much as they're intended on testing it, it could change. Anything is possible. This is proper like British spring weather, this, isn't it? 1 minute it's freezing cold, the next minute it's warm. Then we had hail. A few staff coming back from the station just over here now, which is good. It's just a matter of time, isn't it, really, Charlotte?
It is. You don't know how long these things are going to take, but better to get it right.
Yeah, things are looking very positive. I mean, there's so many staff now.
There is a lot of people.
Yeah, it's perfect. There's a lot of film crews set up, we've noticed. Mac rides. Loads of people from Mac rides here. Almost 6,000 of you watching now. I think that's a new record for a live stream. So thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Lots of people in the States watching. Good morning to you all in America. We're waiting for this moment. And now's a good time, of course, if you haven't already, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. We've got lots coming up this year, including the opening day for this beast next month. Lots of trips to look forward to. You can tell there's people walking through and they're like, what's going on? Why is everybody just standing about? Oh, quite a few staff moving at pace up into the operator's cabin now. So yeah, if you're not too familiar with the ride, the operator's cabin's actually in the top right of the station. You can see from here, you've got the little window. That's where we can see just inside over there. Quite a few staff going up to the console. And really we're listening out for an air horn. And of course we're going to hear that air horn. And that means that anybody who's in the ride area knows that the train's going to be coming round, just like a safety kind of precaution. They did test that about 30 minutes ago, it would have been now. Just before we started the stream. Oh, and there's the horn. Oh, there was the horn. This is it. That's what we wanted. This is it. Here we go. Here on Theme Park Worldwide, the first test of Hyperia. That was really weird. I was talking about the horn and then that was it. I am literally so excited for this right now. The lift still hasn't started yet. Oh, this is so exciting. Hyperia is about to take flight imminently. I think they're just checking the restraints again.
Can't hype this up and then wait. Don't bring the bus till you're ready.
This is tense. This is tense. Always love the atmosphere of something like this. Literally everyone's down here, everyone's taking photos, videos. The atmosphere of something like this. It's just something you never forget, isn't it? And when we're riding this coaster over the years, and always think of this day we saw it test for the first time. Hopefully we're going to get a few test runs.
Wait for that lift to go off.
We had the horn. We had the horn. Oh, staff are running down the steps from the operator's cabin. It's a big moment. And there's over 6,000 of you joining us on the channel, which we really do appreciate. Of course, we always try and bring you the latest updates, and we're just happy that we're here to come and see this and hopefully get this test in just a moment. So anyone that's just joined, of course, we have just heard the horn, which is just to make sure that the ride area is clear, there's nobody standing near the track or anything like that. Just a safety measure, which is pretty standard when testing roller coasters, especially all the ride area fencing isn't up and that sort of thing yet, just to make sure that there's nobody standing in the ride area. So we had that klaxon just, and we're now just waiting for the moment. There's a lot of going up and down the steps in the station that we can see. Sean's horn, it's not my Sean, not my horn. There's a lot of excitement on the balcony up there. Someone says it reminds them of a SpaceX launch. Yeah, it kind of has that vibe. All just standing around waiting. Security about down there. There's a proper good atmosphere today. 25 minutes in. Lift hill chain isn't going round yet. I wish I could press the button, guys. I wish I could. It's out of my power, and it's out of the park's power. This will be Mack Rides doing their thing now. It's the tallest ever ride from Mack Rides. It's a big deal for them. They want to make sure this is right. Getting a little bit concerned about the battery, not going to lie. But we will be able to swap over. There will be a brief delay and we'd swap over onto Charlotte's phone if not. Oh, we just heard some movement. What was that? What was that? And like I say, you've got to have patience with stuff like this. You've always got to have patience. It takes time. We just keep waiting. It is tense. Like, everybody can feel the tension at home. We're feeling the tension right here. Trust me. Oh, we heard something. What's it going to be? About 5 minutes since we had the little horn there. Oh, oh, oh. Oh. Everyone, was that a bit of false excitement, I think, then? One person does it, we all do it. More staff are arriving down here. Oh, blimey. This is really quite something. What a moment for the UK theme park industry, Mack Rides, and everyone involved in this project. A moment in history. Come on, we've got to be close now. But of course, better safe than sorry. It's a big thing, you know, when you're sending something around this big. Not like in them clouds coming over there. Yeah, if anybody watching this has got a battery pack and an iPhone charger, feel free to bring it down to me. I'd really appreciate it.
Anyone?
If anyone's in the park watching this or whatever, I'd really appreciate a battery pack. Is that okay?
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Is that all right? Thank you so much. Everyone's like, Sean, ask around for a battery pack. Ask around. Is that all right?
Oh
thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you. There we go. We've now got a battery pack. We're going to plug that in. There we go. Charlotte's here plugging in the battery pack. Theme Park Worldwide, always the professionals.
Oh, no,
there we go. You're joking? Oh, we need a different cable. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh, here we go. This train's moving. Train's moving. There we go. Here she is. Hey! It's all right, a sec. Yeah, we haven't come on yet. Well, oh, wow. Here she is.
Wow.
Oh.
What a reveal. There she is. Oh, wow. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! The first test ever.
Yeah. That's scary. Not with the head.
Here she goes. Woo-hoo-hoo! Oh, wow. Whoa! There we go, train dispatched from the station. Now at the bottom of the lift hill. Oh, this is so tense. This is so tense. Oh, wow. This is it. Hyperia is about to become the UK's tallest and fastest coaster. The first ever test. I've had that dispatch now from the station. The train's at the bottom of the lift. And this baby's ready to fly. We're going to attempt to connect the battery pack just to make sure that we've got enough power. Here's Charlotte. Bear with. It's in.
Is it in?
Are we on?
I believe so.
I think we're in action.
Yeah. Now they'll just show us.
I think we're in. I think we're in. You okay?
Yeah, I'm just double checking that it was in.
I think so. Wow, over 7,000 of you watching. So yeah, in case you missed that, the train has just been dispatched from the station and is now at the bottom of the lift hill, waiting for its first test. We've got rain coming in. Any moment now that lift hill could start and Hyperia is off up into the sky. Just that anticipation now. We shall wait until we see this baby in action. Rain's coming in quite a bit now.
It's worth getting wet for.
It is. It's worth it.
Oh, there's someone climbing up.
Oh, at the bottom of the lift now. Member of staff. Mac rides by the looks of it. This is how these tests go, isn't it? We had all the lovely sunshine and they send it out and now it's throwing it down. That's how it goes. Welcome to the UK.
Are you okay, Tom? Are you excited?
Oh. This is exciting.
Yeah.
Like I say, it will be quite unstable with it just being on my phone this, but we will get some shots on the camera as well and get some good zoom in shots. And someone from Matt Rides. Looks like he's going into some sort of control panel maybe on the... Here we go, we got movement. This is it. And it stops. It looks like he's manually controlling that from the bottom of the lift hill just here. That was nearly it then. That's a good sign. I think he's obviously in contact with the person who's up in the up panel, making sure that everything's right before they send this fully. Is it going to be a matter of we see it just go slowly up the lift hill for the first time? Is it going to be its full maximum speed or will it be very slow? I guess we're going to find out. They could potentially stop it further up the lift hill maybe as well. Someone didn't plug it in. I like that comment. Of course. Oh, thanks for joining us here on Theme Park Worldwide. Historic day, live from Thorpe Park. The testing of Hyperia, the UK's tallest and fastest coaster. We're here, we're waiting. The train left the station about 6-7 minutes ago. It's now at the bottom of the lift hill. And it's just juddered a little bit. Looks like the guy from Matt Rise is chatting with someone else on the ground. Hopefully moments away now from seeing a full circuit test here. Really tense now. Nearly 8,000 of you joining us live from Thorpe Park. That's a lot of people interested in this ride, and of course, been here from the start, and this is it. Like, you know, this is the moment we've been waiting for. Oh, he's back in the box. Back in the box. I think we're going to see another judder maybe. To be a water dummy right now on that train would be quite special. Honestly, what a historic day this. These things do take the time. He's back in the box. Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. This is it. Very slowly now. This is the most movement we've seen. Here we go. Oh wow, and we stopped again. Looks like they're gradually just easing it onto the lift hill. Gradually easing it forward. We could be looking at it going up the lift hill pretty slowly for the first time. For the first time test. Here we go. Looks like we're going to get another bit more movement now. Every time we head to that box, we normally get a bit more. Here we go. Gradually, car by car, it seems. This feels so surreal right now. The first test of Hyperia. Engaging onto that lift there. Wow. This is it. The train's now fully engaged onto the lift hill and is slowly starting the climb up to 236 feet. This is quite something. And we've stopped again. I think that was just making sure that, you know, all the train was aligned properly and everything was fastened on there as it should be and ready to go. It's a big thing, this. One step at a time. And for anybody wondering, this is pretty standard for a new roller coaster testing. Always takes a bit of time. You've got to have a lot of patience with stuff like this. Looks like he's been communicated to from someone else on the ground, and he's basically telling him which buttons to press, when to send it, and obviously it's now engaged fully onto the lift. It looks to me like we're now waiting for the person in the operator's cabin. It looks like he's kind of stood back waiting for movement here. And this is our first proper look at the trains in person here as well. Very nice Mack Rides trains. Lap bars, of course, very spacious. Got a slightly different flooring on the train compared to Icon at Blackpool Pleasure Beach, another Mack Rides coaster. And obviously with this, it's got like a grip flooring on, you can see, just so it's not as slippy when you're stepping onto the train. And for anybody just joining us here on Theme Park Worldwide, welcome to the stream, live from Thorpe Park. Historic day, the first test of Hyperia. The UK's tallest and fastest coaster. He's back in the box. This could be the moment now. It's going to be interesting to see, is it going to go all the way up the lift hill, or is it going to stop again near the top, or is it going to stop multiple times, or if they're just going to go straight for it. But there's no other staff on the lift hill other than one guy from Mack Rides down here at the bottom. Wow, nearly 8,500 people watching. That's a lot of people. Sun's peeking through again now. You okay there, Charlotte?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Feels very tense now. Everyone's just thinking, ooh. If you're enjoying the scream, this is going to be good. Everyone's going to go, ah! What a moment to be here. Yeah, I'm glad the sun's come back out again. It's been really chilly. All the construction crews. I think in Blimey there's a lot of people.
Yeah.
How many would you say now, Charlotte?
There was a lot. A couple of hundred.
A lot of people watching from all across the world. I'm just got to say straight away, it's just so exciting just to have something like this on this scale here in the UK. To be getting a ride this tall, topping the big one after 30 years, is quite something. And I think that's why we're seeing such a big crowd down here, you know, to see this. It's a historic moment. And again, for Mac Rides and all the team that have worked on this, here we go. He's back in the box, he's looking at the train. I think movement is imminent. I heard something in the station then. You've really got to have patience with stuff like this. It can happen fast, it can take ages. You know, we've been down at Thorpe Park since, well, before opening this morning, because you don't know when these things are going to happen. You know, we always wait around just in case. But we had a pretty good inkling that it was going to be today, and here we are. Train on the lift hill for the first time ever. Yeah, Colossus is really noisy, isn't it? When the train comes off the chain and the anti-rollbacks, it's very, very noisy. Looks like we're just waiting for some more movement now. It kind of looks a little bit like he's expecting the train to move, but it's not, so I'm not too sure. That's my initial kind of inkling from what we can see here. He's looking towards the operator's cabin, and again, just a recap for anybody who's not familiar with the station, the operator's cabin's up in the top right. You can just see the little square window off to the right hand side of the wings on the station. Wow, 9,000 people watching now. Live from Thorpe Park. And of course, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, give the video a big thumbs up. We've got lots coming up this year. We're going to be out in Germany next week at the opening of Voltron, another Mack coaster at Europa Park, so stay tuned for that. We'll be here, of course, for the opening of Hyperia on the 24th of May. And lots more coming up to be excited for, including a huge Asia trip, which we're going to be doing on the channel in June, with details coming up very soon. It's just a matter of waiting now. We're very close. It's been about, what, 15 minutes since the train was dispatched from the station. So yeah, I've seen quite a few comments about, you know, has it just got the one train? So at the moment there is only one train here. However, it will be having two trains. At the moment, the other train isn't in the maintenance shed here. It could be on site at Thorpe Park, possibly in another area, but the other train isn't actually in the area yet. It's not in the maintenance shed. And yeah, it's just got the one train that's actually on the track at the moment, but it will be having two trains. Saw the ride. Samurai looking good next door as well with its repaint. As we wait, we've still got Mack Rides there on the lift hill. And we want to see this baby fly. Hyperia, will you be coming to ride it this year? I'm sure lots of you watching this will be, but especially a lot of our international audience that are watching this from around the world. Let us know where you're watching from, and are you going to make the trip here to the UK for the biggest ride that we've seen in this country ever? It looks like the guy on the lift hill's just kind of waiting now for some sort of confirmation, probably from the main console itself in the op cabin. A lot of people say it's taking forever, but honestly, it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of waiting for stuff like this, you know. It will happen when it happens, but it's a good sign that, of course, the train is out the station and is already on the lift hill. Been there for about 15 minutes now, maybe more than that. And just whilst we're waiting, of course, another really exciting project that hopefully is going to be getting underway here in the UK is Universal Studios Great Britain. So stay tuned, of course, for lots of updates from that as we get them. Not officially confirmed yet, but they are still moving forwards with that project, and it seems like it could be getting the green light, hopefully. So we'll bring you all the latest updates as we get them here on Theme Park Worldwide. We was there at the consultation just the other day. And make sure you check out that video if you haven't already seen it. There's Samurai. It looks really good. You gonna give it a spin, Charlotte?
Yeah, Samurai looks really good. I quite like Samurai.
Yeah, in terms of flats, you're okay on there, aren't you, normally?
Yeah.
In all the history of the channel, this is our biggest ever live stream. I can't believe it. Never been live to this many people. Nearly 10,000. As we wait. I like how even a lot of the construction staff up there are amazed at how many people are actually here. It's a big deal. It's a big deal, this, for the UK theme park industry and all of us that have followed this project and been fans of theme parks for a long time, you know, to see something of this scale in the UK. The park itself doesn't look too busy. I wouldn't say it's like a super off-peak day, but, you know, because there's quite a few people around, but I don't think it's a heaving busy day here. For anyone who has just joined, about 20 minutes ago, the train was dispatched from the station very slowly and made its way to the bottom of the lift hill, and then they were gradually moving it up the lift hill, so the full train was on there and ready to go. And now it's just a matter of waiting for that chain, of course, to start again and the train make its way up for the first ever test. The train hasn't been in this area before, it's not been round the circuit yet. This is literally the first test. Thanks so much to the darkening, really appreciate your support. Sun's coming out again now, it's lovely. Yeah, I don't think the delay is anything too much to worry about. I mean, these things are pretty standard with testing. Just want to make sure that everything's right before fully committing to sending that train up to 236 feet. And of course, after the lift hill, it's just gravity taking it through to the end. They want to make sure that everything's right with the train, everything's in position as it should be. All the brakes at the end are also activated, ready for the train. So much to think about with something like this. You know, it's going to be coming down with some speed, over 80 miles per hour. Wow. What time are we on, Charlotte?
We are on 1:46.
1:46?
To be very precise.
It's been about 10 minutes, I'd say, since we last saw a bit of movement, maybe a little bit longer than that. And that's when it slowly moved from right at the bottom of the lift hill into the position where it is now. Beautiful. Beautiful sun shining now. Is the Mac Ride's construction worker on his phone? I can't quite tell if he's on his phone, maybe to the, yeah, maybe up to the console itself. There's quite a few people up there in the op cabin. So as to recap, that's the window that we can see on the top right of the station. Yes, it is taller than Stealth. It will be the tallest and fastest coaster in the UK. Stealth is 205 feet. And this is 236. Park management's up there on the balcony now. Just that anticipation, isn't it? It's really building. Really building. Hopefully it won't be too long until we see a little bit more movement. Fingers crossed.
I think he is on the phone.
He is on the phone, yeah. I mean, these it's very complex with stuff like this. It takes as long as it takes, doesn't it?
It does. I'm happy to wait in the sunshine.
Just ideally before 5 p.m.
Yeah, that would be great.
As it'll be a run round to Monk's Walk. Hopefully they release the camera footage from that camera that's on the tripod facing this way.
Yeah, that'd be really
Just kind of see all of us standing here. There is hundreds of people here now. Hundreds of people. Oh, here we go. Looks like he's on the box again, looking at the train. Oh, here we go. Here we go. This is it. Train is now slowly moving. The first ever test of Hyperia, and we've stopped. We've stopped. Lovely. What was that, about 15 minutes since we last saw it move, then we got some action again. So at that rate, if we're doing that every 15 minutes, when we're going to be at the top of the lift hill? Tomorrow, yeah. Oh, here we go. Right, this is it now. This is it.
Come on.
That train is slowly making its way up the lift hill for the first time ever. Oh, wow. Wow. It is doing well here now. What are we, a third up the lift hill maybe? For the first time ever. And you're watching it live here on Theme Park Worldwide. Oh, them comments are going crazy right now. This is it. She is taking flight, the goddess, for the first time. The tallest Mac Rides coasters that ever be built. Slowly but surely, and of course this is a much slower speed than it actually will be when it's operating. And the big question is it going to stop again at the top of the lift? Is it going to roll straight over? It looks like they have every intention now of just going for it here. Still moving up. Very slowly, but probably 2/3 of the way up the lift hill now. We could be moments away from seeing this come around the track for the first time ever. This is literally it, the first test. Everyone's got the phones out, everyone's filming. This is so exciting. So close now.
Must be so scary.
Almost there now. Whew. Coming over the crest now. This is it. I don't think there's any stopping it now. The first test ever for Hyperia. Here we go. Here we go. The UK's tallest and fastest coaster.
Come on.
This is it. Good speed. Good speed for a first test. Oh, very slow for the outward bank. Here she comes. Into the stall. Oh, that is some hang time. That is some hang time. Beautiful. Wow. That was it. Oh! What a moment. What? Woo! Oh, I'm tearing up. I'm tearing up. Oh, blimey, this is amazing. What a moment. What a moment. The first ever test. I can't believe it. How was that? I'm literally tearing up. I can't believe it. I am literally tearing up right now just to see that moment. Honestly, that was amazing. An amazing moment. Over 10,000 of you watching us live. Oh, what a vibe. What a vibe. What a vibe just seeing that for the first time. Now, of course, we're going to get loads more shots. Hopefully it's going to test again. We're going to get lots more footage, swap over onto the camera, get some good zoom ins and all that kind of thing. And there'll be another video coming up later on this evening. So I think we'll end this live stream now. And I will, yeah, get some footage with the camera and get some nice shots of it all for you. Get some good zoom ins. And hopefully we're going to see this baby going round again. Absolutely amazing just to see that. What a moment. A day in history. I can't believe it. I'm literally tearing up. I am tearing up right now. Train's down there on the brake run. I think it'll be a little while now before we see it going round again. But like I say, we'll have more footage coming up later on here on Theme Park Worldwide. More testing footage from this brand new coaster, Hyperia, the UK's tallest and fastest coaster. It's official. It's tested for the first time. We've seen it going round. Thanks so much for joining us. And of course, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Lots more coming up. And yeah, this is just the start of so many exciting things in 2024 here on Theme Park Worldwide. We'll see you all soon. Stay tuned for more footage imminently on our YouTube channel and also on our social media pages. See you soon, guys. Thanks for joining us.